What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lincoln, and I'm the owner and operator of Aerial Tech Services. Um, Here's just a quick update on. I know the last time I made a video on surviving the pandemic and economic collapse 2020, and I promised you guys I was gonna make more videos and keep you guys updated on what has been going on in that situation. Now, I have had people commenting me and telling me that, oh, it is your choice that you are sleeping. Because basically, what happened was because my insurance went up and I got to pay for my education. There's so many bills that I got to pay. I have a huge overhead. I had to make that sacrifice. It's either I can sleep in my bed at home and continue to pay for my parking rent to park my vehicles in there, or I can just say fuck it and use that money to put it towards my education and put it towards my schooling and put it towards my insurance, which my insurance went up, and just sleep in my truck for the night, stay in my vehicles for the night, and come home in the morning time. So yes, it was a choice. The reason why it was a choice and I chose to do that, the reason why is like what I was explaining in my last topic is I'm not gonna go and sacrifice. I've been through this before. I can do it again. I'm not gonna sacrifice my insurance or my education. That's gonna my easiest way to explain it. I'm not gonna sacrifice my investment to become a better person to make somebody else rich, because if I'm paying for a parking to park my vehicles over there, I'm not getting anything from that. I'm not going to benefit for that. Only thing that I'm going to benefit from that is convenience. That's it. That's all I'm paying for is convenience. So I'm going to sacrifice my company and my future education and my future self-improvement to go make somebody else rich. No, it's not going to happen. So that's why I chose to do that. Now, like what I explained in my last topic, you got the two things that you paying into, and it's the liabilities and the assets. So I kind of classified my parking rent as a liability because I'm not I'm not benefiting anything from that. So I'd rather say, you know what, fuck it, I'll park my vehicles on the road and I'll sleep in my vehicles for the night until the morning time. That's what I do because I would rather put that money towards assets that's gonna help me in the future. Because making yourself rich, making somebody else rich is not gonna help. Like what I explained in my last video. If you're gonna take your money that you use to invest in your 401k, your business, or anything like that, and you take that money to make somebody else rich by paying for a landlord for a home that you barely even use because you're too busy fucking working all the time, and it's only like a place to rest your head. It's like, it's just really not worth it. You paying into liabilities. And if you sacrifice your business and you sacrifice your 401k, or because you don't have a job or whatever it is to make somebody else rich, that's only going to cover you for maybe like a few months. Then after that, what are you going to do? And you think after you made all that sacrifices, after you filed for bankruptcy, you pull out fucking loans and all that stuff to make these landlords rich, or to make these people rich, and now that you can't pay anymore because there's no jobs out there because of the pandemic, you think the landlords are gonna be like, well, he's been a loyal tenant for all these years and this and that. I'll let him slide for like 6 months. No, 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 no. They'll evict your ass in a heartbeat. And when you evicted out there and then you be out there on the streets hungry, these people that you made rich, they're not gonna come up to you and buy you lunch or give you a plate lunch. No, they ain't gonna give a fuck. They're gonna drive past you on a rainy day. You think they're gonna stop and see if you're okay? No. They're not even gonna stop and give you a fucking umbrella. So why are you gonna sacrifice your 401k, your children's college fund, just to make somebody else rich? I'm just not gonna do that. No, no, no. And this journey has actually been kind of hard, but this month, like I said in the update, this is just an update. This month business has been pretty good, where I made a pretty decent profit, but I'm still not gonna establish, because it's usually like that towards the holidays, towards November, December, and every time when January, the mid January comes in February, business starts to slow down again. So I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket yet. Now, when March or April comes, and if I can maintain this stability in March or April and get more work that's gonna come in, then yeah, I'll reestablish my parking rent. So other than that, I'm just gonna continue to do what I do, and I'm not giving up. That's the whole thing about that. It's like I'll sit down in my vehicles at night. I'll clean my vehicles. I'll prepare it for the next day. Make sure they're all gassed up. Do my paperwork in my vehicles. Study inside there. I mean, I'm not giving up. Now, the journey of being in my vehicles for the night is has been kind of rough because I remember my first week out there. I was trying to take a nap in one of my vehicles, and I was awoken by at like about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning from some random street guy that was looking inside one of my trucks, and I'm thinking that maybe I don't know what his intention was. He was just trying to break in, or he was trying to rob me, or whatever the case is. But as soon as he seen me in there, something just told me to wake up. And I woke up, I looked at him, he looked at me, he jumped on the bike, and he just took off like in a hurry. So that tells me there's a good chance he probably was up to no good. He was probably trying to break in, or whatever it is that he was trying to do. And there was another time too where there's another place where I usually park my vehicles over there, and I stay in my vehicles for the night. Because it's kind of a tollway zone, and if I'm with my vehicles, they can't really tow my vehicles anyways. The most they can do is tell me to leave, which I'm fine with that. But so far, I haven't had that happen yet. And there was a fight that happened one night in the front of one of my vehicles, right in the front of my face. There's drug dealing. It was like a shopping center that closes at night, but they have a 24-hour laundromat. So there's a lot of the drug dealers that go over there, and yeah, it is kind of scary, but I always keep telling myself every time, you know what, I'm gonna make it through this. This will all be over. It's just a roadblock. So the easiest way to explain it is I'm not giving up. It's just like the universe testing me. That's what I look at it as. I just look at it as a universe testing me, and I make that promise. And the same promise that I made when I hit rock bottom in my life, there was a point in my life where I actually was on rock bottom. And I made that one promise that when I get on my feet, I'm going to help other people. And this is one reason why. I mean, I love what I do. I love making these videos. I love helping people out there, but it's a promise that I made too. And I made that one promise. If I get back on my feet, I'm going to help other people that are on rock bottom. So I look at this pandemic and everybody's suffering out there as there's gonna come a time where I will recover from this, and I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up without a fight. And when I do recover, I'm gonna help people because, like I said, it's predicted that every 8 to 10 years we go through a pandemic. We go through not a pandemic, but we go through an economic collapse of some type. But this is by far one of the worst economic collapses that we have been through in history. So besides the 1918 economic collapse as well too, but from my understanding, it wasn't as bad as what we're going through now. So when we do go through the next economic collapse, I'll be ready for it, I'll be prepared for it, and I know how to handle it. So this is why I do what I do, and I'm making all that sacrifices, and I can help other people that are in that situation too. I can help them at least find a way to stabilize themselves somehow. So that is my update for the week on surviving the pandemic and the economic downturn in 2020. I will be, if you want to hear more videos on how my status is going on top of that, feel free to subscribe or follow me. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later.